did you think I'm funny? 'Cause he never did. Wednesday in a cafe, I watched it begin again. Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's Nina. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here, and if you're not new, thanks for coming back. Today we are learning a super highly requested song. I think this is the most requested song I've gotten from the Red album. And so today we're learning Begin Again. This song is great because you can either do a very simple version of it and do strumming, or you can challenge yourself and do some picking. I will be teaching both ways. And if you guys want to check out the tab that I wrote for this song, that link's in the description box down below. It'll take you to my website where you can download a PDF version of it. It has all the chords and lyrics, and it also has the tab for the picking on there. So yeah, go check it out. And if you guys want to practice this song after you're done here, you can head over to my play along channel where I post a play along / demo of the full song with the chords on the screen so that you could play along with me. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, like I said, there's no cable required for this song, so we love that. If you don't have one, you can still play it. The chords you're gonna need for this song are G, and then we have G over B, which is kind of optional. You could just play G when it says G over B, but this is what G over B looks like. And then we have C at 9. And then again we have D sus4, or you can add your thumb on the 2nd fret 6th string and make it D over F sharp, which is what Taylor plays, but if you can't do that, you can just play D sus4. And then we have E minor 7. So those are all the chords you're gonna need. I will be showing you guys both the beginner strumming way, which is super easy. You're just going to be doing one basic strumming pattern for pretty much the whole song. And then we have the picking way, which is what Taylor Swift does when she plays this song live. And I've watched a ton of videos of her playing this live, and it seems as though she is doing the picking pattern with a pick in her hand. But it seems as though she's doing a mix of picking and strumming. So she's kind of doing both at the same time, and you can't really hear clearly because there's other guitars playing, so I'm not really sure exactly what guitar part she's playing, but for the most part she is doing picking. And then towards the chorus and the end of the song is when she starts picking up with the strumming. But if you don't like picking with your pick, you can do fingerstyle with just your fingers the whole time, and that is also an option for you. So as we go through the song, I'll be showing you the picking pattern way and also the strumming way, so just choose your own adventure like I always say. First we're gonna go over the intro, which is basically just 2 measures of G, and you can do the strumming or you can do this picking pattern that I'm going to show you. If you want to do the strumming, it's going to be this: down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up. And you're going to do that twice. And then that's it for the strumming part. Now if you want to do the picking, I have created a tab, so you can go ahead and go to my website if you want to see this written out in the tab form, but I'll also put it up here. So obviously you're just going to start on G, and your thumb's going to be on the 6th string, and I like to use my 1st and 2nd fingers to pick the bottom strings. So I'm going to pick the 6th string with my thumb on that 1st note. And then we're going to use our 1st finger to pull up on the 3rd string. So we got 6, 3. So we have 6, 3, and then pluck down on the 4th string, and then you're going to use your middle finger, your 3rd finger, to pluck up on the 2nd string. And then your 1st finger on the 3rd string, and then pluck down on the 4th string with your thumb. So all together it's going to be 6, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And that's the first part. So it's going to sound like this a little bit faster. And then the next part, you're going to use your middle finger again to pluck up on the 1st string. And then again, 3, 4. And then you're going to go back to the 2nd string. 2, 3, 4, and then you end it back on 3. So it's going to be kind of the same picking pattern, you're just changing that high string. It kind of jumps back and forth between the 2nd and 1st string. So I'm going to go slowly through the whole thing, so. got 6, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3. And when I'm saying these numbers, I'm talking about which strings you're plucking. I'm focusing more on the right hand because our left hand is automatically just a G chord. You don't really have to think about that if you have all the chords down already. This is what it's going to sound like a little bit faster. And basically that is what you're gonna do for the intro here. And the whole song, if you're doing the picking, is gonna follow this like outline of a pattern here. The only thing that's gonna change is like the bass notes, because each chord has a different like bass note essentially. Like G is on the 6th string, C at 9 is gonna be on the 5th string. Everything else is gonna stay the same really. So you can either do that strumming or you can do this picking, and it's gonna sound like this full speed. And if you don't want to do finger picking, I mean personally I like the finger picking better if I'm doing it, but you can just use your pick as well. So if you want to do that, it's just going to be the same exact thing, you're just using your pick. Again, just do whatever you want to do for that. Now we're going to get into the verse, and for the strumming it's pretty easy. You're just going to be going back and forth between G and C at 9, and you can use that G over B if you want to here. The strumming is going to be the same thing that we did for the intro here. So we got G, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up. So you're going to get 2 full strumming patterns, and then it's going to switch to C. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Instead of going back to G, you can if you want to, or you can do G over B for this. So you get that full 2 measures of each chord. So yeah, that's going to be the strumming, and if you want to do the picking, it's going to be the same pattern as we did for the intro for the G, and then when you switch to C at 9 or G over B, you were, instead of doing the 6th string, you were going to start on the 5th string when you are plucking. So you're going to do 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And then if you do G over B, it's going to be 5 again. Now the picking actually goes a little bit faster than what you might think, so don't worry if you can't get it right away, especially with singing at the same time because you're focusing a lot of your attention on the picking. I would just keep practicing it until it's muscle memory, and then you can do the singing with it. So first I'm going to do a brief demo of this verse with the strumming, and then I will do it with the picking. Take a deep breath in the mirror. You didn't like it when I wore high heels, but I do. Turn my lock and put my headphones on. He always said he didn't get this song, but I do. So that's that, and then we got our picking. Walked in expecting you'd be late, but you got here early and you're standing away. I walked to you. You pulled my chair out and helped me in. You don't know how nice that is, but I do. I do. Okay, so for me, I think singing is easier when I'm using finger picking, but if you like using it with the pick, just you do that. And then we get to the chorus, which is so fun. The strumming is going to be the same if you're going to stick with the strumming, but the only part that's different is when we get to the end where it's like break and burn and end. The strumming pattern kind of changes there because you're splitting some measures between the chords, so everything else is going to be the same as before, so I'll just briefly demo this with the strumming because you guys already know it. You throw your head back laughing like a little kid. You think it's strange that you think I'm funny cause he never did. So for that part, each chord is just going to get 1 full measure, 1 strumming pattern, and then we go C. I've been spending the last 8 months thinking this part is going to be different. It's going to be G, down, 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 up, and then D, down, 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 up, and then back to the regular strumming for E minor. So for that part, again, it's going to be thinking all love ever does is break and burn on a Wednesday in a cafe, I watched it begin again. Okay, so yeah, for that part, you can single strum the D if you want to, and then go back into this interlude. So they have this instrumental that's going to be the same thing as the intro going into the second verse, so you're just going to be on G for 2 measures. Okay, now for the picking, this part is going to be obviously going to be the same as the verse, and again it's going to change when you get to this half measure business at the end here. So you got your C at 9 that you already know. You throw your head back laughing like a... And then the chorus, you're only going to do this picking pattern once. When you get to D, you are going to do the D over F sharp. So if you can't fret it with your thumb, there's another way you can do it where you put your first finger here like this. Basically, that's just because the bass string is going to be the 6th string here. So you're going to do the same picking pattern you would a G, because for this chord, the bass is going to be the 6th string. So... But if you can, I would just do the D over F sharp. So there's this one. And then on E minor 7, you are gonna do the same picking pattern as C. So you're gonna start on the 5th string. And then back to G. And then you're gonna do C again, and then you're gonna do D again. So I'll just briefly do this part. So you throw your head back laughing like a little kid. I think it's strange that you think I'm funny, 'cause he never did. I've been spending the last 8 months thinking all love ever does. And this part, you're basically just gonna do a partial part of the strumming of the picking pattern. And for G, you're gonna do 6, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, and then instead of going to the next part, you're just gonna pluck 3 again. So 6, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, and you're gonna do that for the G, and then you're also gonna do that for the D over F sharp. So 6, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3. So again. And then to D, and then back to the normal picking when you get to E minor. And then again, C and D end it out for the chorus. So I'll just do this part. Thinking all love ever does is break and burn and end. But on a Wednesday in cafe, watched it begin again. So that's gonna be your chorus. Again, if you want to spend more time on the tab, I have it fully written out on my website. It makes it so much easier just to see the chords on the neck of the guitar on a piece of paper. Sometimes it just like helps you read it better than just trying to mimic what I'm trying to do. Okay, moving into verse 2, it's gonna be half the length as verse 1, and then it goes into the chorus again. Also, just to let you guys know, I don't know 100% if this is the exact picking pattern that Taylor uses or that's in the studio version of this song, but I just thought this was the simplest way I could make it. I'm sure there's extra stuff that she has her lead guitar person do, whatever, but I thought this was the easiest one for me to understand, and it sounds like almost identical to what it's supposed to be, so I always try my best to make it as simple as possible. So yeah. Anyways, so we got verse 2 in the chorus, and then we have another little instrumental before it goes into the bridge. It's gonna be G, C at 9, D. I watched it begin again. And you're gonna do G twice, and then switch to C at 9 for 1 measure, and then D. And we walk down the block. Okay, so that's going into the bridge here. So it's going to be C at 9, D, C at 9, D, C at 9, G over B, C at 9. So for the strumming, it's obviously going to be the same, just each chord's going to get a measure. So we got, and we walked down the block to my car, and I almost brought him up, but you start to talk about the movies that your family watches every single Christmas, and now I want to talk about that for the first time. Was the past is. So you kind of like stay on C at 9 there for a little bit, and obviously this is all going to be the same with the picking. And we walked down the block to my car, and I almost brought him up, but you start to talk about the movies that your family watches every single Christmas. Same thing. C at 9, and then we have the outro, which is just, you know, the end chorus here. You're gonna do it one last time. Whole thing is gonna be the same, and at the very end she repeats the line, Wednesday in a cafe, and it changes a little bit. So the first time is gonna be the same, C at 9, Wednesday in a cafe, I watched it begin again, and on this part it's gonna go G, D over F sharp, and then E minor 7, just kind of like the line before this. Again, you're going to do that like half measure picking thing, so I'll just sing that little part. I watched it begin again. On Wednesday in a cafe, I watched it begin again. Ah, just lovely. Okay, I'll do the strumming for this end part and then we'll be done. You guys are almost there. Okay, for the strumming, you know the first part of the chorus, and then we go. But on a Wednesday in a cafe, I watched it begin again, and then you go to the strumming, the half measures, down, 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 up, down, down, up. But on a Wednesday, so I watched it begin again. So you can do a single strum there. And then that's it. That's the whole song. I hope this was a good tutorial. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you have any questions about the picking pattern or anything, please comment down below, or you can DM me on Instagram even. I try to help out as best as I can. Thanks for watching this video. If you guys want to see more tutorials, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your post notifications because I post every Tuesday and Friday. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! This song is so fall, like being in a cafe on a Wednesday, like it really just makes me want to go to a coffee shop on a rainy day. And we walked down the bus to my block and I almost, let's just...